What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. I'm going to throw this out there, and I know this is going to fucking absolutely trigger some people, and that's not my intention. It's really not to trigger people and piss them off, but it's the fucking truth. You know, I'm tired of the facade, the bullshit of people saying something and other people watching them going, really? Okay, yeah, okay, they said it, so it must be fucking true. Now, what I'm going to discuss right now, I am not knocking the vegan lifestyle, okay, whatsoever. There are two arguments that vegans make towards why me and everybody else in the fucking world should be vegan. Now, the first one is for the love of animals. Now, that one, if you came up to me and said, I'm vegan, I think you should be vegan because I love animals, you love animals, and it causes pain and suffering, and we shouldn't do that. I could at least look you in the eye and say, I understand that, and I agree with you. You have a good point. Yes, okay? Doesn't mean I'm going to be vegan, but at least I can look at you, respect you, and say, you're right. With what you're saying, you're right, and I agree. Now, that being said, aside, the other reason why people will come up to you and try to force you to be vegan is they literally tell you it's healthier. The vegan lifestyle is healthier than the animal-based lifestyle, or the plant-based lifestyle, vegan, whatever you want to call it. And they point to all the studies. They go, see, the studies back it up. All the literature is there. The studies are there. It's so much better for you to eat plant-based. Now, that's true to a point, but why? Why is it better for you to eat plant-based vegan diet than an animal diet? And why do those studies say that? There's one fucking reason. And you never hear anything other than, well, if you go vegan, you automatically saturated fats. The reduction in saturated fats in your diet leads to less heart disease, less clogged arteries, less fucking cholesterol problems, overall live longer, overall healthier lifestyle. Saturated fats, that's the key. Now that does not mean you have to go on a vegan diet to get the same effect, okay? So the vegans that are pushing that and people listening to it, here's the deal. Eliminate the saturated fats from your diet. So many people out there, calorie is a calorie and fucking fat is fat and it doesn't fucking matter. Some people out there actually don't believe trans fats are bad. They actually don't believe that, even though it's fucking a carcinogen. But anyways, bottom line is if you remove fats from your diet, or saturated fats from your diet, as much as possible. So you go with egg whites and let's say fish, okay? Egg whites and fish. You've removed all the saturated fats from your diet. You still have complex carbohydrates, you still have vegetables, you still have fruits, etc. You have a very balanced diet. I think it's called pescatarian, where you have fish. I don't know about the egg whites, but whatever. Anyways, you have egg whites and fish for your protein sources, which would make it a lot easier to manipulate your macros as far as having like a lower carbohydrate diet or a moderate carb. It's not necessarily going to be difficult to manipulate those fucking, those factors. And you add something like macadamia nut oil, almonds, olive oil, something like that to where you can add fish oil if you wanted to, whatever, which would bring up your healthy fats and you would get the same effect long-term as being a vegan. Now, vegans are going to argue. They're going to argue and say, no, that's what it is. So if you're vegan and you're arguing with the fact that it's healthier, you should know the vegan lifestyle is only healthier because of the saturated fats. Now, let's say you don't want to be extreme. You don't want to limit yourself to just fish and egg whites. You can get a better, healthier fucking diet and better cholesterol, better fucking, arteries, all these types of things, right? Even better, function as far as the way you feel and as far as general health and immune system boosting, all this stuff, if you just eliminate as much saturated fat as possible by going, boneless, skinless chicken breasts, turkey breasts, ground turkey, the ground chicken, staying away from the stuff that are like, pork or beef, the things that are higher in saturated fat. So now your options are ground turkey, turkey breast, ground chicken, chicken breast, or ground chicken breast, fish, okay? Let's go shellfish too, because it's technically different. Fish, shellfish, and egg whites. And if you want to do the omega eggs with the yolks. You now have a diet that is not vegan, but will give you, in the long term, the same exact effects as the vegan diet. The only difference in a vegan diet and an animal-based diet health-wise, long-term, is the saturated fat. And I know people are going to get pissed because they don't want you to know that. They want you to think that, nope, it's only the vegan way. It's not. It's the saturated fats. If you read the studies, it says the vegan plant-based diet because of the elimination of the saturated fats. Therefore, if one doesn't want to be a vegan because they just don't agree with the fact that I don't only want to eat plants and fruit, I want to still eat the animal proteins, or they just like to eat chicken and they like to eat fish or whatever, you don't have to go vegan to get the same effect. Now, again, if you're going to argue the fact that it's for the animals and you love animals, by all means, absolutely fucking go vegan for the rest of your life. I agree with that. If you feel strongly about that, or even if you just feel strongly about being vegan because you like it as a lifestyle, that's fine. But I don't think it's fair for vegans in general to try to manipulate, okay, and I'm going to say this, flat out, to manipulate people into thinking that the only way to better health is with a vegan diet. That's not a true statement. The true statement is reducing your saturated fats, which on keto, many people eat saturated fats, and that is like an animal-based diet. My personal opinion for a very long time now, years now, is to do a ketogenic-based diet without the saturated fats. No sausage, no bacon, none of the bullshit, salami, all the random shit, regular butter. None of the shit that you normally see in that stuff like 20 years ago or 10 years ago, whatever, but more of the poly and monounsaturated fats, the omegas, the healthier fats on the ketogenic diet has always what I've been preaching for a long time. And I think that, in general, people, they want to know. People want to know. You want information. That's why you're watching this video. You want information. All of us are like sponges. We want to soak up as much information as we can to make the best educated decision that we can for us. And I feel like many people in the fitness industry, as well as, vegans are not in the fitness industry per se, but I mean, it's kind of its own thing. It's not even, I wouldn't even say it's in the health industry, to be honest with you. The plant-based living lifestyle, the fitness lifestyle, the healthy living lifestyle, I think that all of them, basically, people are just looking to better themselves and be healthier in general and looking for the optimal, best way to be healthy. And I think that manipulation tactics, basically PR stunts and tactics, quoting studies, and not really even understanding what the fucking study's about, because half the vegans that talk about the studies don't understand. They just say plant-based is better for you, and that's all they fucking realize. That's what they push. But a true statement would be not necessarily a vegan lifestyle has to be followed to be healthier. However, eliminating the intake of saturated fats as much as possible would. BioStrengthTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostrength.com is a blog. It's the vegan lifestyle is great, but not for everyone. Bicep, and we are out.